Hello, this is breaking news, and this is very concerning, considering the attack that the United States of America put on Venezuela, which is a very, very sad and serious situation. I am an independent voter, and of course, every president, you're not going to like all the policies that the president holds and does. So Donald Trump is no exception to that. Some policies people can get along with and go along with, but some policies that they cannot. This is the one that I think that's very dangerous, and it was definitely uncalled for. Now, attacking some of the drug cartels, holdouts, and things like that, I can agree to that. But going in and taking a legal sitting president of a country, taking him out of that country and bringing him to the soil of the United States of America, I think that is definitely not okay. Okay, that is not. I'm sorry. I'm not okay with that because that brings a lot of problems, more problems than we already have here in the United States of America. That brings danger to us. Okay, that's what I'm worried. I'm more worried about the United States citizens than this big power play that Donald Trump administration, the United States is playing with Venezuela and trying to overtake the country and take the oil and resources. Okay, taking their oil and resources is one thing, but how are you going to protect all the people in the United States from the backlash that's going to come from it? Okay, so we got all of these Latin American countries as well as everybody around the world. Every country around the world, eyes are bucked wide open because they didn't believe that a United States would go that far as to go in blazing, guns blazing, to take out a president that they don't like in the country and bring them to the soil of the United States of America, to cripple their government, to put place in a puppet government, to colonize the country, and to rake all of the resources out of that country, suck it dry, and leave them bare, like they have done all the countries that they went into to say that they are trying to help. This is not okay, and this is very dangerous for us here in the United States as of Americans. We know that we have plenty of sales in this country from all over the world. We already are under a serious threat from ISIS saying that it's going to be another 9/11 attack here in the United States of America. Now, with all of these countries that is against the United States, saying that we have crossed the red line for Latin America, basically disrespecting them, slapping them in the face, and spitting on them by going into their countries and taking their presidents out of there and bringing them to the United States of America just because they don't like this president and he's not doing what they want them to do. This is how they're looking at it, everyone. These countries we do business with, we trade, they send tons of food our way. Okay? These people, we are eating from these people. Okay? These countries we are doing business with, trade with. We're getting food from these people, and we're going to ingest the food from the people that hate us now? Is that how we doing it? So we're going to cause problems for everybody that we have been doing business with. They was already mad because of the tariffs that Donald Trump put on them. Now we have went and disrespected him by going in there and taking one of the legal sitting presidents out of their country, whether you like them or not, whether you want to try to tie them to drug cartels and corruption. We have a lot of corrupt politicians right here in the United States. I don't know who can be more corrupt than the ones that we have here in the United States of America. It's like going in there, it's like the pot talking about the skillet. We have corruption in every government, especially here in the United States of America. We are finding out these corrupt politicians are all in all of these states right here in the United States of America that have been ripping the taxpayers off for billions of dollars. Okay, they are just as corrupt as the president in Venezuela or any other country. But yet, how we are going to feel like we are the judge of the world. We can choose who we want in any place in the world. We are the stewards of the world. We own the world. We tell everybody in the world what to do and not to do and how to do it. So we done took all the authority over God. So God is no longer in charge of this planet. It is the United States that is in charge of this planet. And we rule it the way we want to rule it. This is the way that the people are getting it from around the world. It is like a a mad a scientist on steroids. You know what I mean? You talking about a dictator? That if this wasn't a dictatorship move, I don't know what it. You got to explain to me what a dictator is. If this wasn't a dictator's move, I don't know what a dictator's move is. What do they do? You got to explain to me because this is the only thing that I can see. This is definitely a dictator's move to me. I got to go back to school and understand what dictatorships is, because what I'm seeing right now, this is basically a dictatorship. Okay, so I'm not agreeing with this move, y'all. I believe this is going to backfire, and I think it's going to hurt a lot of us United States citizens. You see, we not rich. The majority of the United States citizens are not rich. We don't live in that kind of world that they are living in. Okay, they can do all of these kind of moves and don't worry about it because they are super rich. But we are the regular American citizens. We are the ones that's going to pay the price. Let's not forget, we got millions of Venezuelans here in the United States of America, as well as millions on top of millions of Latin American people from all over Mexico, all over Latin America, inside of the United States of America. And now we have all of the countries hating the United States of America from this move that they just pulled. You think that us, the United States of American people, is not going to get any backlash from this? You don't think that we're going to be under serious threat and serious danger in the streets, in the parks, in the shopping centers, and the baseball games and all of these games? You don't think that we are not under threat now? We have already had mass shootings all throughout the year of 2025. Okay, mass shootings everywhere. You have not seen anything yet. Okay, and then when you have ISIS making a threat, talking about we're gonna have another 9/11, how you think they're gonna make that 9/11 happen? You think that they're gonna take control of an airplane again and drive them into the buildings? No. It's the simplest way to have a 9/11 is use those military drones like they are using in Ukraine and Russia against one another. You see how effective those drones is? I've been saying this for a long time, y'all, over and over. The United States is definitely destined to get hit with these drones, y'all. And these drones can go into a supermarket, they can go into a ball game, they can go into a concert, they can go into soft targets like we have all over the United States of America because nobody's paying attention. Everybody wants to party, you know what I mean, and see fireworks. But the problem is we going to see some real fireworks. These drones can easily hit the targets, our grids. They can hit our grids. We just had a small grid hit, not by, I don't know if it was by any kind of terrorist or anything, but in California, look at that one grid knocked out over 60,000 customers electricity during the storms. Okay, so could you imagine a few drones hitting these grids around the United States of America? Could you imagine that ISIS can get a hold to these drones, take them out of the trunk of the car because they're not big, and unleash them on one of our nuclear plants? You guys are not wake. You got to wake up, everybody. We're under a serious threat. Now, we got hate from all over the world right now. We got hate. If we didn't have hate before, we got hate now. Okay, so bringing a lot more hate than we already have is not going to be good for us citizens. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Now, I'm okay if he had to just hit the couple of targets there and knocked out a couple of drug houses or something like that. Okay, but going in there and taking the man hostage, the legal sitting president of a country, of a sovereign country, and taking them out of there and bringing them to the United States of America? Are you insane or what? That's, man, that's insane. And now every country around the world is looking at Donald Trump and the United States administration as a bunch of Looney Tunes. If they didn't make remarks about the Donald Trump and his administration before, could you imagine what they're saying about him now and what they think about him? And these are people that we get food from. We get our medicine from. This is all around the world. Russia is saying, look at this, y'all. Everybody better wake up because it can be you next. Okay, so you think all the countries around the world is not paying attention and now they're feeling very vulnerable? Do you think these countries around the world want to continue to do business with the United States of America, especially using the United States of America dollars? Do you think that they want to do business with this type of person that will go just because they don't like a person in the country? They will go in there, literally take that person and take him out and bring him to the United States and put him in jail and throw the key away. You really think that people want to do business with somebody like that? He said that he's a businessman. Is that a way to do business? Y'all explain that to me. Is that a good way to do business with all the countries around the world? Is by threatening to go and take them out of their country if the Donald Trump administration don't like them. Because you can put a whole bunch of felonious charges on anybody around the world. So if they don't like you, they just come up with a bunch of charges. Yeah, you tied to this, you tied to that. Yeah, you bad for the country. We coming to get you. Okay? That's the message that the Donald Trump administration have just sent to everybody around the world. And you think that this is not going to come back to us. Okay? Look, you can only do this so many times before it come back to you and it's going to hurt you. And I believe this time, this may well be the one time that the United States stuck their nose in somebody else's business